Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're all doing very well, and today's video is something familiar and yet something a bit different. I'm sure we can all remember the terrible news that we received back in May. We need that money. So, let's have a little think. Shinx! Fantastic decision, intern. Always the bright spark in the room. And then a few days afterwards, we received this fucking joke. Money. For crying out loud. If it's going to be that bad, why are we changing the gym system? It has to be balanced out. How is it balanced? How does that balance it out? It takes 25 hours to get 50 coins from the gyms and 22 and a half to get the remaining 45 if you do the 5 tasks. That's just stupid. Now it's June, and Niantic is still finding new ways to completely piss off the entire player base. But before all of this happened, I managed to get scheduled to interview the man in charge of the company that just does not listen to its players. Niantic. We're good? Good to go? Cool. Firstly, thank you very much for your extremely valuable time. You're welcome. Quite why it's valuable, considering you don't really do anything with it, I don't know. But anyway, I had a whole list of questions for you surrounding your company and your policies and how you plan on running Pokemon Go in the near future and things like that. But in light of a recent announcement here, I feel I've got to approach this a bit differently with you. So, I think we've got to begin with an obvious question is, why are you such a f***ing melon? Why are you such a melon? Are you just repeating what I've said, or are you asking me rhetorically? Mind games. Alright, okay, so can I now talk about this company's profit margins? Because f*** me, they are insane. Wow, that's not how interviews work, mate. Okay, let's cut the stupid. I know it's going to be very difficult for you. Primarily, the issue is this. Research breakthroughs for the year 2020 have been poor, to say the least. That's fact. Point of view, actually. What do you mean it's a point of view? Shut up, okay? The research breakthroughs, fact, have been shockingly awful for 2020. They just have been. They just have. Face that fact, okay? Last month, May, was Shinx, amazingly, and now you've chosen Trapinch. Trapinch as the research breakthrough for June. This is a Pokemon that's had a community day, October 2019, unless you don't remember, and a community day rerun for December of 2019. And you've thrown bonus candy in with the research breakthrough. How was that decision made? Excellent question. Yeah, the research breakthrough used to contain legendary or rare Pokemon, like Moltres or Snorlax, that kind of thing. But then the time came when we put Flower Crown Eevee in there, and the players' reactions was just amazing. And I thought to myself, wow, I love being a kid. So for 2020's research breakthroughs, we devised a very clever plan whereby we would write down the names of random Pokemon that are not even good or useful, or have been in like many events or raids and shiny, not shiny, that kind of thing. We put them all into a special Pikachu hat, and then a name would be plucked out at random. This is worrying news to hear. Although last month actually was chosen by one of our interns. He spilt some coffee on himself, and I was about to say the word Shinx, so I stopped him and said it myself, and that's how that was decided. We do try and encourage as many interns to work here as possible, because obviously they need the most, guidance and easily persuaded to do exactly what I want them to do. We did actually spot one employee trying to sneak a Gibble on a piece of paper into the hat of Destiny. But what happened to them? He was fired immediately. We cannot have sensible people working here. I mean, come on, there's a reputation to think of. That's my coffee. What are you doing? But it has my face on it. Do you want it back? No, I don't want it back now. No, well, stop complaining then. Keep it. Jesus. As I was saying, there are some hilarious possibilities that could happen this year in 2020. I mean, just you wait for Metapod research breakthrough. Jesus Christ, no. No. Are you serious? Okay, look, that's besides the point. Let's move on, shall we? Can you elaborate on why Bonus Candy was selected to go alongside Trapinch in this month's research breakthrough? Why? Just to let you know, I'm really enjoying this. What do you mean you're enjoying this? I just get a cup of coffee, your coffee in this case, I still don't think it's your coffee, put the Twitter feed up on my laptop and just put my legs up and relax and watch that Twitter shitstorm unfold. It's the most entertaining thing on the planet, bar none. So you've done this to purposefully aggravate the entire player base. The players' tears feed me. You are aware that your company's income is entirely dependent on the players of your games, and then spending money on those games. You do understand that there's actually a correlation between those two factors. Yeah, obviously. But we haven't seen a drop in profit margin for the longest time, no matter how much stupid shit we do. I mean, come on, we've had terrible research breakthroughs, terrible research. Have you noticed the research for this one? My God, 15 raids. You're actually insane. Among other things, there are terrible bugs and glitches that don't get fixed in the game. You know, even with the bloody update to the coin system from gyms, I mean, that's fantastic. The amount of shitstorm that's going to come from that, can't wait. Global launch, coming soon. It doesn't matter really what we do, because we implement it, the complaints come, I live off that, and then people continue to spend money in the game. So it's a beautiful cycle we've got going on, which means that basically we can do whatever the f we want. And you ain't gonna stop us. Oh my God, you're ridiculous. I mean, the only thing that would really put the panic button on is if just a massive drop in players or like a massive drop in revenue, because then we would actually have to pay attention. Let's bring up the spotlight hours for June, shall we? The next 4 are, not gonna lie, they're pretty shit, to be honest. If we rewind it, Bronzor seemed to have the right amount of everything, the right balance, the right spawns, the right shiny rate. Everyone was very happy pretty much online, certainly with the feedback that I saw. Yeah, Spotlight Hour wasn't meant to happen like that. What do you mean it wasn't meant to happen? Yeah, that was a up by somebody in the office, but they don't work here anymore. Can't have that sort of thing continue. What, the right thing? You can't have somebody doing the right thing in your company. I really feel like you're not actually understanding where I'm coming from with these questions. So let me deliver a message from the entire player base for you. Okay. Wow. Right. Wow. I think you'd be great in customer support, frankly. Do you want to come and work for us? Holy f***. No, are you serious? You're serious right now, aren't you? Of course I'm serious. Let's cut this interview short, shall we? I really feel like you haven't grasped where I'm coming from with this and the questions and how the entire player base would like to behead you, basically. You're a clown. You're an absolute f***ing joke. The research breakthrough is really a nice, easy reward once a week. There are players at the moment with the lockdown, or have you forgotten we've got a global pandemic where some people can't actually leave their own house and raid, and some people don't live where I live and have 15 or 20 gyms accessible. They don't live where you are in California. They live rurally and they can't raid, they can't get legendaries. So quite why you're putting Trapinch in the research breakthrough, quite why you're putting anything in the research breakthrough that isn't a legendary is mind-boggling, because there are players who can't raid and the research breakthrough is the best option. They're no longer in Go Battle League. Go Battle League legendary rewards are no longer in the game, so raiding is the only way to do it, and people can't always raid, so how are they supposed to get their legendaries? You tell me. But meanwhile, you're busy picking things out of a fucking hat and choosing a Pokemon that has no relevancy. Flygon isn't even that good with its Community Day move, which you can't get at the moment unless you Elite Charge TM it, by the way. We dread to think what you're going to put in July and the rest of the year's research breakthroughs. Are we going to get Slack Off? Are we going to get C-Dot, which we've had as Community Day? Are you going to put Plusle and Minun? We don't know, but we're sick and tired of it. Listen to your players. Thank you for your invaluable time. Done.